So E3 came and went really, really fast. And I had completely planned on doing like a day-by-day update with my impressions of everything I saw that day every day, but I just ran out of time. I just didn't have time, and plus my hotel room didn't have internet, so that kind of put a damper on plans. But I went to E3 this year. It's my 6th year in a row that I've gone, and again, it's the best experience ever if you're a gamer. It's really busy. Everybody's running around trying to see everything they can in 3 days, but it really is probably my highlight of the year. That next to Comic-Con, because I love Comic-Con. But this year's E3 was actually a little bit of a disappointment for me. We didn't have any like big announcements of stuff we didn't already know about, and everything that was announced is all sequels and reboots. There's way too many reboots coming out. It makes me a little nervous that a lot of companies aren't really focusing on new ideas. They're just giving us reboots of everything. We got another Kirby and Donkey Kong again, and yet another Zelda, and a reboot of True Crime. It's a reboot of Twisted Metal, and all those are good games, but really I'd like to see these companies focus on something new instead of giving me something that I've seen time and time again. I'm guessing you probably watched a lot of the footage from G4 or game trailers, whatever your outlet is. You've probably seen a lot of stuff, especially from the press conferences. So we've got the new 360 Slim coming, which, yay, okay. I'm not too really excited about that, nor do I really care that much. It's got the internal hard drive, it's Connect ready, it's got the wireless, that's all good. But I already have all those things on my 360 except for the Connect ready, and of course they're going to make us buy an adapter, and I bet it's going to be pretty expensive for the adapter. That's okay, because I'm not really a big fan of Connect either, or as they were calling it, Natal. If you didn't know, they did change the name. I saw a lot of Connect stuff, and it is very, very casual gaming geared towards that a lot more, and I saw it not work a lot as well. A lot of the things that I knew was going to happen, like with you could use it to like shift through menus, I saw a lot of demo people like, oh, let's go here, shift, 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 oh, wait, too far, oh, no, now too far. It's like, yeah, it's exactly the reason I don't want it. I saw a lot of PlayStation Move stuff, and again, it's iToy 2.0 with Wiimotes with silly little glowing balls on the end. A lot of people doing dance games with that and karaoke games and just more gimmick. I would really like to see these developers, instead of making a game, they're like, oh, look, motion controls, now let's make a game around the motion controls. I'd rather see a developer say, okay, I'm going to make a really good game, and then add motion control as a second thought. Like, I don't like games that focus so purely on the motion control that that's the only thing that the game has to offer. I think my big thing of the show was the Nintendo 3DS. I know a lot of people out there are still skeptical, and I was. I was just like, oh, I'm tired of hearing about 3D. Saw a lot of 3D games at E3, and I'm just not into the 3D stuff. Again, I'd like developers to focus on giving us a new game, something new and interesting, and not just, oh, look at this game, it's really, really generic, we're going to slap 3D on it and all of you will buy it. So I was like, oh, Nintendo's jumping on this bandwagon. I'm really not interested in a 3D system. But as soon as I played the 3DS and I got my hands on it, I loved it. Like, I'm telling you, the instant I picked up the 3DS and looked at that 3D, I loved it. Sign me up. Where can I buy this thing? I saw Resident Evil on it, Animal Crossing, Nintendogs, Pilot Wings. Oh God, what else did I see on it? I saw several other games on it. They look amazing, and even the graphics have been upgraded. It's not as, cartoony as the 3D, as the DS is. The graphics are definitely more upgraded. So I'd have to say that's my highlight of the show. And talking to a lot of people at the show, asking them what their highlight was, they all would say the Nintendo 3DS. There were some good games shown. Epic Mickey's looking good. Hunted by Bethesda. Fallout New Vegas. Dead Rising 2. Bulletstorm. They showed some Gears of War 3. All of that looks really great. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 looks really good. But I would have to say my game of show is Portal 2. Oh my God, that looks so good. I was really, really impressed because I was a little weary about a Portal 2 because, oh, look, it's a game that we're just going to shoot, portals and warp to other sides. It's going to be a puzzle game. But no, they really did take this to a whole new, completely, upgraded level. It looks great, and I can tell the little side character named Wheatley is going to be my new favorite video game character because he's adorable. But I think that wraps up my E3 impressions. It was a great show, but yeah, just not a whole lot of new stuff. There were games that were announced last year that I wanted to see more about, like Last Guardian. Last Guardian wasn't even mentioned at the Sony press conference. It was nowhere to be seen. It's almost like Last Guardian has dropped off the face of the earth. Another game that I keep wanting to hear more about, but it's kind of been pushed to the side and nobody's talking about it, is Ubisoft's I Am Alive. From what I saw from that, a few years ago, it looked really good. I was really intrigued, really interested, and that game also has just kind of died. We heard nothing about it. So, hopefully we'll hear more about those games soon. I don't know. But yeah, that's my E3 wrap-up. If you haven't been to E3 yet, definitely try to get in on there next year. It's a lot of fun. I'm sure all of you would enjoy the hell out of yourself. Now, the cool thing is I did get some free games at E3 that I want to give out to my Twitter followers. So if you're not following me on Twitter yet, it's twitter.com/therachel, and I'll be giving those out in the weeks to come if you get my video game trivia correct. Also, I know I've promised that I will always respond to all of my messages out there, and I will. I still promise. I've got quite a backlog from before E3, but instead of writing everybody back, I figured it'd be cooler if I just go through and condense all the questions, because a lot of times I get a lot of the same questions, and then just reply to all of you in video. So then you guys can get my answers, and it's not some static, email that can be so boring. So keep an eye on for that. I should be coming out with that later this week, and I hope you guys had a great week as well. Thanks for watching. I love you.